Hi friends, this is Mona. Welcome to Miracle Creatures channel. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel, like, comment and click the bell icon to get the latest videos. Due to the lack of photosynthesis, plant life exists at its lowest percentage in the deep sea. Zooplanktons and phytoplankton rarely find themselves in the deepest depth of the ocean. So many of the deep sea fish are predators, but this means food is minimal in the waters. There are a number of fascinating feeding mechanisms that deep sea fish have employed. Firstly, the formation and use of the bioluminescence for hunting. Fish use their ability to produce light to mimic patterns that attract prey. The anglerfish uses light-producing bacteria that help create a special fishing rod-like fin that hangs over the head. This light helps attract the prey. The viperfish use light in its mouth to lure the prey into its awaiting stomach. Some deep-sea fish do migrate upwards during the night when less predatory are present to feed, but as food is in such low concentration, energy conservation is a high priority to deep-sea fish and therefore most of the fish hunt by the lie-and-wait method. As deep-sea fish possess a well-developed lateral lines, this is a sense organ that can detect movement and vibrations in the water. This allows the deep-sea fish to detect prey passing them so they can dart out to capture them. With the shortage of food available in the deep sea, the inhabitants must be prepared to eat whatever they find and thus must be equipped for this. They have large mouth and huge jaws. Piscivorous is a sit-and-wait predator. Its morphological characteristics are large body size, large gape, long sharp depressible teeth and large eyes. Some have non-functioning gill racks so that smaller fish can pass through to its mouth easily. Nearly all deep-sea fish have protruding, flexible, huge mouth and extended alimentary canal in order to store more food and prolong the digestive time. Other deep-sea fish like lamprey feed on the dead carcasses that fall from above. They are adapted to this mode of feeding as they contain barbels around their mouth which helps them feel for food in the mud. But it is the black dragonfish that is most evolved for predation as it has the ability to produce red light below its eyes so can see other fauna where most fish have an inability to see red light. In order to live with the lack of food, deep-sea inhabitants possess a large lipid-rich liver that do not function for buoyancy but as an important energy source. This allows them to use this in times of extreme shortage. The most reliable food source for the deep-sea environment is the constant rain of organic debris from the organism above. Larvaceans have adapted to produce a mucus that can catch this marine snow, so it has a steady food supply. With the shortage of food and the increase of carnivores in the deep sea, one of the most important aspects is protection against predators. Deep sea fish have developed many ways to survive the jaws of another inhabitant. Firstly, coloration plays a massive role, as fish can produce a variety of colors and some fish like the flatfish can change its coloration to match its surroundings at the time. Fish have distinct marking on their body to disguise themselves. The Janipe high hat have dark lines that run through its eyes to hide them, so you cannot tell where the fish are looking or if it is in fact a fish. Butterfly fish trick their predators with the presence of spots on their bodies that resembles eyes. Other fish exhibit coloration known as counter-shading. This means they are dark on top against the dark background and light on the bottom, so if a fish look up it's disguised by the little light showing. Some fish have mirror-like scales that reflect the light so the fish will mirror the background. Most fish that inhabit the deep sea are usually red or transparent, as this means they will not be detected by predators. Other forms of protect is the ability to produce venom. Stingrays have poison glands that can help catch prey and escape predators. Others use electric organs that can be used as a defense mechanism or simply to feed. Deep-sea shrimp has an antennae that sends chemical in the water to help avoid predators, whereas giant squid have two eyes, a larger one that looks to the surface catching light. This light is then passed on to the smaller one, which can now look down with the possession of light to see any prey or predatory below. Successful reproduction in lightless habitats is based mainly on chemical communication, as the fish must provide effective fertilization in the absence of any visual orientation. In the deep sea, many of the fish are simultaneous hermaphrodites. They can spawn with any individual encounter. Overall reproduction is very similar in the deep ocean to that of the fish at the surface, although fish in the deep sea are known to produce large quantities of sperm and eggs to increase their chances of successful reproduction. The darkness of the habitat makes locating a mate as difficult as they are few and far between, so deep-sea fish have evolved to be able to detect the smell of other fish in water. Latin fish have developed small body organs on their sides called photophores. These pigments can produce light that are arranged in specific pattern. These can be seen at long distances and are recognized by potential mates. Viper fish have a unique method of fertilization. Once their eggs are fertilized, they float to the surface and become part of plankton, but as larvae develop into juveniles they tend descend to the bottom, which means food is not scarce during their essential development stage. This method increases the survival of viper fish by over 50%. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel, like, comment and click the bell icon to get the latest videos. Bye friends.